And we are live. Thanks for tuning into the live stream, folks. All right, it looks like we are legit. Let's get an SDO image playing here. Go to one we haven't looked at today. All right, we're doing it pirate style, folks. We got the mic just going to the audio from the speakers. I'm going to look at the USGS map here because just wanted to show you something very sketchy on the USGS map. I didn't realize it until after this morning's broadcast, so I decided to cover it now instead. What we're talking about is this earthquake up here, which for some reason they're listing as 150 kilometers northwest of whatever those places are, Svalbard. But Svalbard is this island up here. The earthquake was down here, right by Iceland. So, yeah, I don't get it. Northwest of Svalbard would be up here somewhere. This is clearly southwest of Svalbard and much closer to Iceland. So why didn't they list it as Iceland? I can't figure it out. Anyway, just wanted to make a note of that real quick. Now, I'm going to get in the chat here, but I'm not going to always be able to see the chat. Greetings to Barbara Fritchie. What are kinklings? Hello, Colorado Jan. And hello, Terrence Leonard. Yes. In a chilly, cold spell, aren't we? Let's go to windy.com on that note. All right, here's windy.com. We'll do requests. Let me see if I can get a pop-out chat running here. There we go. Now we got a window just for the chat. So it should be a little bit better. Hey, can you let us know what kinklings are, Barbara? So we're looking at the 9,000 meter wind here, which is a good indication of the jet stream. can see that there's a polar low up in this area. And then we've got this convergence coming like this. And that's what's pushing all this cold air to the east. All right, the purple brush is back, folks. How do you like that? Purple brush. Yes, good times. Well, let's look at some other data while we're on windy.com. Show you the disparity between the surface winds and the 9,000 meter winds. So there you are at 9,000 meters, and there's the surface. Quite different, I would note. Got a convergence zone up here. Powerful low pressure system. And there we are back at the 9,000 meters again. Massive difference in the wind. And windy.com will give you some idea of what those differences are. Let's look at, there we go. All right, it's working. Let's look at the radar. Not a whole lot going on there. Let's look at the AccuWeather Doppler radar instead. All right, so there's a pretty serious storm off of North Carolina there. Check it out. See if we can zoom in on that. Let's see what we can find at the NASA GOES. We'll just open up the visible and the water vapor. First, the visible. I think we're zoomed in a little bit too far there. Let's go to a low zoom instead. There's a little better view of that system. And we do see lots of, whoops, I didn't draw that, by the way. That was just there. You see a lot of these parallel lines here that we tend to see in convergence zones associated with things like Hall currents. And let's see, what do we got here? I changed my brush size. Let's see what we can do with this. Make that a little bit smaller. That's better, I think. All right, so welcome to new software, viewers. Ah, there was a 4.6 in Canada, huh? Thank you, Terrence. I will take that under consideration. By the way, I got my mountain bike back now, so that's nice. Let's play another track, shall we? How about Le Tour de France, Le Tour de Chance? And let's look at the water vapor map here of this same thing. Give us a little longer view. I am having brain farts today. I don't know why it's not. It's just not registering. All right, try that again. Having trouble clicking on things. I think I've got early onset Alzheimer's. And that's too far out now. There we go. It's a great view. Oh, Kinklings are donuts, right? It's Fastnacht Day. Hey, happy Fat Tuesday, everybody. Are people going out and getting drunk tonight or what? This is the big day for New Orleans, no? Remember, on your way drinking, don't drive. And if you drive, don't drink. And if you drink, don't, yeah, that kind of stuff. Let's look at some GFS models of the jet stream, yeah? All right, let's see what we got going here. We were getting concerned about earthquakes in New Zealand, by the way, but we don't see, we see a high pressure system there, so that's going to be holding off the earthquake alerts. Now, for those of you not aware, let me just advance this to the current moment. So here's the deal. Here's what's going on with the earthquake situation. Those of you not familiar with earthquake prediction techniques, now let's just say, for example, where's this one located? Let's pick a different one. All right, perfect example. In the Izu Islands, we see Japan there, just south of the main island, it looks like, right in that little corner of that plate boundary. See, we got a 4.0. It's at 406 kilometers depth. Now, we don't see a coronal hole magnetic connection, I don't think, right now. If there was currently a coronal hole connection, where you see a 180-degree phi angle, we don't see that right now, by the way. We see no real coronal hole connection here. It's more like around 340 or something like that. Those are the things you want to look for. You want to look for that. You want to look for a deep quake greater than 100 kilometers depth. And then you want to look for a coronal hole. So if you see a phi angle around 180 around the center of this graph, the last thing to help you predict an earthquake is going to be a low pressure zone. If you see a weird low pressure zone moving up and down the plate boundary in an anomalous fashion, that would be the final risk for earthquakes. Now, we've been seeing earthquakes, we've been seeing deep quakes all around this area. In the past couple of weeks, we've been seeing low pressures around this area, going around this plate boundary area. Right now, this is the zone right here. Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, etc. That's where the lows are. I mean, we've got some associated with South America too. And those are kind of just undulating on the plate boundary also. So that's why we keep drawing the same earthquake risk areas, folks, which are around here and around here. If you're in one of those areas, be prepared. There's magnitude 6 and 7 drought still going on. So be prepared. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So just putting it out there. The next track we'll play is, how about Gem Cutter? There you go. Let's play that track. been featured on the videos. I don't think this one's on the soundclick.com site. By the way, if you like the music, you can head to soundclick.com/Golden Cat Productions. And there are a bunch of songs you can stream or download located there. Thanks for tuning in, Mr. Mission Control. We're hoping we don't need new GO satellites. Anyway, we branded this up a little bit so you'd know it was us. Put our YouTube photo there and stuff. So check that out. And look, here's me watching myself. All right, what else do we have here? Let's look at the full nation animation here. Yeah, people, hopefully that magnetometer's not busted because it's not sending back the kind of data that we'd want to see. The GO's 15, I believe it is. It's looking bad. Check it out. If you didn't see this morning's live stream, there you go. Talking about a 200 nanotesla difference. So, not good. By the way, there's no way that's what's really going on because the internet probably wouldn't work if it was. How about the visible satellite? There's a nice view of the visible. Did shoot some home videos. I'll show you some of those. Check this out, folks.
Dudes, all right, dudes, check it out. Dudes, all right, dudes, check it out, man.
That's not the right player. We're trying to play this with something else here. Default video player. All right, it wants to play it in Mozilla for some reason.
Dudes, all right, dudes, check it out, man. It's 17 degrees, dudes. 17 degrees. I was just out here doing some global warming research, man. And I was really wondering what's going on the planet footprint, dudes. Because, this slide just
got to put out a public service message.
Sucks and all kinds of stuff like that, man. Anyway, reduce your carbon footprint, dudes. Because, this planet is so hot that it's now cold.
All right, just thought I'd share that. Here's a little better one. I'm going to let this one play and play music with it too, because this is a great video of the sun. This is actually quality footage. So we'll let that play, put some music on, and then I'll be back to answer your questions in about 2 minutes. It's You, Me, Us from January 2009. Yeah, we got some footage of the sun here. Okay, I'm back. I apologize. Yeah, so there's a little video of the sun we shot. Thought our viewers would appreciate that one. I guess I should have it full screen here. Oh, there we go. See you later, Mr. Mission Control. Let me advance this to the end when the sun comes back out. It's awesome. Show it popping out. See all this nice solar spectra coming through. It's good times. Anybody got any requests? Oh, you're waiting to see if silver goes below 15. You might not ever see silver go below 15. By the way, check this video out. What happened? Try that again.
In 2018, a crack YouTube unit was sent to social media prison by an algorithm for the crime they didn't commit. These producers promptly escaped from maximum security social media stockade to the internet underground. Today, still wanted by social media, they survive as producers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the Smash Team.
By the way, we're looking at making a produced version of that, where I make a parody of the song and everything to make a proper intro. Also messing around with the possibility of using the Tales from the Smash Side intro. I don't know how many of you have seen that one. Tales from the Smash Side. So, I don't know, man. I don't know about silver going below 15 bucks. You know, during the last financial crisis, silver went to 50 bucks. So, we're not licensed to give investment advice on this station. But I can tell you, I was buying silver for people around 16 bucks an ounce. Not this past Christmas, but the one before that. So I would still consider it a buy. Let's take a look at that stuff going on out west. Looks like some heavy convergence going on out there. Man. Let's go through the endorsed channels here and give some shout outs. So if you head to our channel, youtube.com/smAsho, you will find a bunch of additional channels there. Now, we set this to shuffle because we don't really favor any over the others. So, first of all, we've got Maverick Star Reloaded. This gentleman out of England is studying the magnetosphere. He's, along with help from Oppenheimer Ranch Project, they're putting up magnetometers around the world to try to figure out what's going on with the pole shift. So I'll give you a little clip of his most recent video. It looks like he's got a bunch of magnetometers ready to go. We would gladly set one up here, although he's not interested in having one this far north here on the east coast of the U.S. So
I'm ready to go out. We're just waiting for battery carriers. This was one of the things that was worrying me about these, because they're going to different parts of the world and people's voltages in different regions are different. You get 110 volts, you get 240 volts, and you get things in between that as well. And
so anyway, he's building the magnetometers himself, and he's going to be the one compiling the data. So there's a bunch going around the world as we speak. Check out the channel, Maverick Star Reloaded. By the way, all of our officially endorsed channels have an open invitation to appear on our channel. So here's Suspicious Observers, hosted by Ben Davidson, covering some similar topics and some dissimilar topics. Here's a clip from this morning's video, looking at Mercury in false color.
Are a plethora of features to analyze, but for me, I always look for the areas that seem to be a meteor magnet. What, asteroids just prefer this line more than the rest of the surface?
Great coverage. Thanks, Ben. Now, here's another one, looking at TSM solar observations, the Starman. I learned a lot about the heliospheric current sheet watching his videos. Also talks about the tilt angle and stuff. Let's give you a clip from there. We're just going to kind of go in the middle here.
We do have contrasting solar cycles, ingoing and outgoing sunspots on the same disk at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. So we could see at the equator, outgoing sunspots, cycle 24, and at higher latitudes, incoming sunspots from incoming solar cycle 25.
So great coverage from him. Check it out, the Starman. Great station, great information. Next, we'll look at Sky Scholar. We talk about this channel all the time. Dr. Pierre-Marie Robitaille. We would love to get him on the channel. Let's see. What elements are in the sun? Anybody? Anybody? How about all of them? Let's play a clip.
Observed in the Fraunhofer spectrum. Given all of this, how do the astronomers set the relative abundances in the sun? First, they tried to identify all the Fraunhofer lines. They then examined the relative abundances of the elements in meteorites known as the carbonaceous chondrites.
Anyway, watch the videos on Sky Scholar, and yes, we mean all of them. Next, how about David Lapointe? Talking about the Primer fields, a not widely understood theory of everything. Now, not going to say too much about it. I'm just going to go to part 1, tell you to watch all of the videos, part 1, 2, and 3. We don't know where part 4 went, but just to give you some idea of the way toroidal fields operate. Here's a little clip.
As the strong force.
The music may drive you crazy, but they are fascinating videos. LaPointe doing
Then we will take a look
experiments with toroidal magnetic fields.
From scientists at IBM. This is an atomic force microscope image of the actual structure within a nanographene molecule.
And why are we concerned about toroidal magnetic fields? Because they seem to run the universe on all scales. So check it out. David LaPointe can be found in our officially endorsed channels. Next, how about Thunderbolts Project? Super famous, all about the electric universe sort of stuff. In fact, let's just let them play their own trailer here.
Welcome to Space News from the Electric Universe, brought to you by the Thunderbolts Project.
For deficits of up to 2 Gauss elsewhere, we may need many more orbits to resolve this, unquote.
Anyway, Thunderbolts Project is doing a lot to create a unified theory of physics and to tie together observational information with theories in terms of how everything works. Now, let me get back to comments here. Hello, Krellboyne Kip. I have heard Robotai's talk on the Haruni antenna, and I love anything that's associated with shutting down this idea about the cosmic microwave background, since it isn't science, and it's not repeatable, and it's ridiculous. So yes, the Haruni antenna, I'm stoked about it. I'm not sure if it's been funded yet, but I know there's been an effort to fund it. If you can afford it and you don't want to fund our channel instead, go fund the Haruni antenna. Good times. So most of you are probably already familiar with the Thunderbolts Project. If you're not, please inform your friends. They've only got 142,000 subscribers. Next, we got Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Thanks for the brilliant daily videos, Diamond. We do greatly appreciate it. Let's take a clip from this morning's, entitled "A Mini Ice Age is Coming." By the way, he's basing this on geology, which is his area of expertise, because the stuff that he saw in the geologic record freaked him out. And what is happening? Hey, Google. Google, why don't you make some software that works, Google? Okay, there we go. Record cold, record tornadoes, etc. We're going to take a random clip. Don't take them out of context. You'll be confused. Let's see. This looks cool. Let's go here.
Air planning prevents piss poor performance when you're eating taco sauce. Astronomers around the world are training in case a giant asteroid threatens Earth. How are they training? It's like, asteroid coming, boom!
Yep, those astronomers are on some serious exercise bikes. They are training. They are training, and they are going to fly a helicopter up there, and they're going to take those asteroids down or something. Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Watch the videos. He's got information you may not otherwise have, so you may want to tune in. How about David Schlottower, chief meteorologist?
Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard on my YouTube channel. And I am meteorologist David Schlottower, where I have been a meteorologist for over 13 years now. In this trailer of what I do on my YouTube channel when it comes to weather-related content, I do cover full detailed U.S. weather forecasts.
Now, this guy is going to go way more in depth than we do on our channel. And we highly recommend you subscribe, especially if there's a system that he's covering hitting your area. He will be showing you with crazy dope software exactly where it's going to be. I'm talking three-dimensional animations of specific cloud formations. This guy's got the gear. He's got drones. David Schlottower. If you ain't subscribed, I suggest you subscribe. What about Tony Heller? Tony Heller is pulling the wool from in front of your eyes on things like climate phony science and the Green New Deal. Let's listen to a clip. Now, Tony is an engineer, but what he's going to do is he's going to break down a bunch of data in an irrefutable fashion. Let's see if we can find some spot to look at here. He's got these great old newspaper clips. Take it away, Tony.
Terrible dust storm rages in West. President signs appeal as Capitol flooded. 100 cities in 14 states affected. And a few weeks after the flooding, one of the worst tornado outbreaks in U.S. history hit the South. Hundreds of people died. So 1936 brought record cold, record heat, record floods, and deadly record tornadoes in April, just a couple weeks after the flooding.
Now, I would like to note this, and I love this, so I'm going to put a circle around it. So everybody notices. Look at that. Global warming. Now, Tony Heller's channel is dedicated to exposing this ridiculous, phony lie about climate change. And so all of us that make these sort of videos, we view this as an absolute badge of honor. This right here, look at that. That is a beautiful thing right there. Nice job, Tony. Check it out. He's got the global warming seal of approval. There you go. So now that's a Google algorithm thing there. The way this works, by the way, if you were not aware, is that Google software, Google is the owner of YouTube. They transcribe all of Tony's words. And if he talks too much about how the planet's not warming, you're going to get this this badge down here. Now, I don't think we've ever had it on any of our videos, but I sure wish we did. At the same time, I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to get our content throttled any more than it already is. So, in any case, watch him. Tony Heller, good times. He's showing you data that refutes the nonsense that you'll see on places like CNN and the Weather Channel. Next, Adapt 2030, hosted by international man of mystery, David Dubine. Sorry about that, David. Haha. You international man of mystery, you. Putting out daily videos most days. And here's the video from yesterday. We'll play a clip for you.
Good afternoon.
I'd like to also note that he gets the global warming badge of honor. Here's a little clip.
Russia, US, and Ukraine. I'll put the arrow in there to show you what happened to the Australian exports. It almost disappeared entirely.
Now, Mr. Dubine is going well above and beyond the call of duty of looking at the ag industry and how cold weather crop losses are affecting stuff. The way he got involved in all this was by being involved in coffee commodities trading. So he's got a perfectly good reason to know a hell of a lot more about global warming and global cooling than mostly everybody in the world does. And by the way, this video right here.
Even if you don't have any capacity to do anything to prepare, if you can't afford a bug out bag, let's say you live in the city someplace.
I guess you liked our interview enough to lead off this portion, which is let's see, Mini Ice Age podcast number 185 with my voice.
I don't know, in Indonesia or someplace. Even if you don't have any capacity to do anything to prepare, if you can't afford a bug out bag, let's say you live in the city someplace, I don't know, in Indonesia or someplace that's right in the middle of our daily earthquake watch zone. Just the idea that you might be involved in a 6 or 7 magnitude earthquake, stepping out the front door and looking up and see if there's going to be a possible gargoyle falling on your head that weighs 7,000 pounds or not, can make a huge difference. Just the idea that you're going to panic a little bit less than somebody that you're trying to save because you had some idea something was going to happen.
Adapt 2030, man.
Anyway, Adapt 2030 we're doing a little bit of collaboration here because, hey, we're not stepping on anybody's toes. We're not encouraging anybody to step on anybody's toes. We're just showing some info and hoping that people start to get what we are informing them of. So there's some shout outs. Now, we've also got, there are actually more channels than that. I want to get to all of them because we missed out on one, the Electric View. We don't want to miss anybody here because these are all, each one of these stations has a unique niche. So this one here, super interesting. By the way, Eugene Bagashov did speak at Observing the Frontier 2019. And you're going to hear some information about his presentations there. I haven't watched this one yet, so we're just going to put this at a random spot.
Like this, you're suffering from a lower vibration because it's sitting below your heart chakra is kind of adding like a denotation to your gut chakra, your solar plexus.
Anyway, the Electric View is covering various different topics associated with everything from astronomy, cosmology, to the human body, everything from root canals to the structure of things like electrons and other subatomic particles. So check it out, the Electric View. Gaining subscribers fast, and we are encouraging you to subscribe also. Lastly, but not leastly, we've got Christian Westbrook
with a nice
at Ice Age Farmer. He's got a great online message board that we've also referenced in previous videos. Looks like his most recent video was 3 days ago. So we are awaiting another video, Christian. And just like everybody else on our officially endorsed channels, you have an open invitation to appear on ours. So here's a clip from your stuff. Thanks for all the information about cold weather farming. We appreciate it. And not only do we appreciate it, we're doing it ourselves. So here's a little tidbit from Ice Age Farmer.
Walmart and Kroger all just taking a huge nosedive as Amazon slowly continues its global totalitarian enslavement, just marching forward. But we know that these are, this is the insiders, right? This is the globalist people. They're adding their own meatless, bleeding burgers from Impossible Burgers, which is funded by Bill Gates and Tyson and Jeff Bezos's Amazon and Whole Foods are more than happy to peddle their wares even before they had FDA approval.
So anyway, Christian is not interested in any nonsense. He's only interested in functional reality. So please subscribe to that channel also if you haven't yet, because it is a great station, just like all the rest of our endorsed channels. So check it out. And again, hosts of those channels, consider doing an audio or a Skype interview or whatever you like. Even just a written email format interview, we'd be more than happy to post whatever you've got to say, because all of these channels are interrelated for obvious reasons. So thanks everybody for all the hard work that you're doing. We know how hard it is because we're doing it too. Speaking of hard work, we've been making some serious music. Check out Blacksmith at soundclick.com/Golden Cat Productions. This song can be yours for about 99 cents, I think. I don't know why it's not playing, but it's not playing. There we go. Krellborn Kit. I'm not sure if it's true that meteorologists have to sign non-disclosure agreements, but they probably do, because everybody has to sign non-disclosure agreements. If I hire you to mow my proprietary lawn, I can't exactly allow you to tell people the inner workings of my proprietary lawn, can I? So yeah, everybody has non-disclosure agreements. Every business and industry has what they consider trade secrets. I do leave links to the to all the sites we go to in the description. So I'm going to make sure that it all goes in there, as well as links to all of our social media accounts and stuff. Let's look at some of the latest images of the sun. How about that? How about 171 angstroms? Or, we haven't seen this one for a while. Let's go for 335 angstroms. All right, I saw something interesting there. We saw a sprite. Show you how we find these things. So right there, we saw something going on. And that was at, can't see the timestamp for some reason. Shrink it down. It looks like it's 4:32, right? So if we go back, browse the data, we'll go to today. We'll go between 0, 100, and we'll say 600 just for shits and giggles. And we'll go to this view and see if we can get the exact timing on that little sprite that we saw there. And I am not seeing it. By the way, folks, all the music on this station is original. All right, right. I don't know if you saw it or not, but right in this area, there's some kind of a sprite type thing going on. It's actually right here. All right. Let's bring that back a little bit here. Right around that area. Okay, it was yesterday. Yesterday around 4. All right, got it. So, go back to yesterday. We'll just look at the view from 3 to 4. 4:30. It should be there. I think we went a little bit too far back. We'll keep that like it is. Change this one to 5. All right, I don't know what's going on. I can't seem to put in data. All right, 3, 4, not 3, 7, 3, 4. Jeez, I guess I got to type it in directly. I don't know what the deal is. Mystery software. It's mystery software, folks. Oh, yeah, there's an error with my start date. Okay. Yeah. And it's still got the wrong dates. Look at this. Look at the timestamps. Look at this. Look at that. That's ridiculous. You saw me put that in, right? All right, let's try again. Sure looks like it says 3. Does that not say 2019, March 4th, 3 o'clock until 2019, 5 o'clock? Seems pretty basic. I don't know. I don't get it. Let's try yet again. Getting a little frustrated for obvious reasons. All right, now there, you clearly see the sprite there, right? All right, so it clearly happened on March 4th, just after 5 o'clock. Why we can't find it? It's a mystery to me. I don't know. We're gonna look it up again. March 4th. How about if we go from 2 o'clock until 6 o'clock? And now we've got the wrong view. All right, good. You ready to see an error message? Here it comes. There you go. And it's got the wrong dates in there again. I guess it just put those in for us. Thanks so much. We'll do a 5-hour window in hopes that it'll show us the data that we've requested. All right, so it's right at the beginning. Good. Let's trim a few minutes, few hours here. Let's go from that time. Let's go to only 5 o'clock. Why it didn't show up when we looked at this same view before, I guess will remain a mystery. I think we're going to trim it down even smaller than this. There we go. We'll save that image for all you people that suffered through us trying to find that little sprite there. Anyway, that's how you do it. Even if it takes forever, you'll find it eventually. Let's close things out with some different views and some nice relaxing conversation. And let's play a song that you never heard before, not on this channel at least, called Tilt-A-Whirl. First, I got to shut this one down, though. And here's Tilt-A-Whirl. New to most of our listeners. I'm going to show you a couple extra views here of the sun. Oh, we might as well look at spaceweathernews.com first. A couple little X-ray fluxes there going on from that active region. GOES 15 still looks like it's broken. Electron flux back to rising. F2 layer starting to even things out. And here's some more views of the sun. I think we're going to have to wrap it up, folks. Hey, thanks for stopping back, everybody. Yeah, Kahlo Jan, you would think I'm patient. Sadly, I'm not patient at all. I'm just able to behave like somebody who's patient. Because it really all comes down to behavior, you know? Anyway, I think this live stream is just about done. Thanks for tuning in, folks. As you can see, the operation is increasing in complexity. However, we're going to keep covering essentially the same stuff because we consider our station a resource even for the experts. Isn't it a lot easier to just watch our daily videos than it is to look up all this stuff yourself? Anyway, we will put all the links in the description just after we complete the stream. Remember, when you're making software, do your bidding, don't drink. And if you drink, make software, do your bidding. Just don't drive.